The Royal Academy presenting Tnpsc Group 1 for DEO 2023. This is preliminary exam preparation. Current Affairs Part 1. Finance Bill 2023. The Government of India recently completed its budgetary exercise for 2023-24 with both houses of Parliament approving the Finance Bill 2023 along with a fresh amendment introduced by the Finance Minister to rectify an error in Securities Transaction Tax (STT) rates on opinion contracts in the earlier version of the bill. While the Finance Bill contains provisions on financing the expenditure of the government, an appreciation bill specifies the quantum and purpose for withdrawing money. Both appreciation and finance bills are classified as money bills, which do not require the explicit consent of the Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha only discusses them and returns the bill. Once the Lok Sabha passes the budget of the government or any other money-related law, the Rajya Sabha cannot reject it. The Rajya Sabha can only delay it by 14 days or suggest changes in it. However, the former may or may not accept these changes. Number 2. New NCERT textbooks and Panchadi way. After nearly 2 decades, school students at all levels will learn from updated National Council of Educational Research and Training, that is NCERT textbooks to be introduced in the 2024-25 academic year. This is in keeping with the National Education Policy 2020 and National Curriculum Framework NCF, which was released in August 2022. The textbooks will be developed in 22 languages. Currently, the government has released NCF for preschool to class 2 for children aged between 3 and 8 years. The framework for other classes is to be rolled out. NCF in its guidelines has emphasized that students' learning should be planned to keep in mind Indian roots and has proposed a 5-step learning process or Panchadi for children at the preschool or foundational level. Panchadi includes Aditi, Bodh, Abhyas, Prayog and Prasar. What is Aditi? Introduction of a topic. Bodh is conceptual understanding. Abhyas is practice, Prayog is application and Prasar is expansion. Now this is a forest belt likely to run through from Porbandar to Panipat, covering the entire Aravalli range and beyond. Green wall will act as barrier for the dust from west and check eastwards march of Thar Desert. It will check desertification by restoring graded and through massive afforestation. Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change inaugurated the Aravalli Green Wall project on the occasion of International Day of Forest and unveiled the National Action Plan to combat desertification and land degradation through forestry interventions. What is Aravalli Green Wall project? It is an ambitious plan to create a 1,400 km long and 5 km wide green belt buffer around the Aravalli mountain range covering states of Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat and Delhi. In the initial phase, 75 water bodies will be rejuvenated, starting with 5 water bodies each in every district of Aravalli landscape. Fifth one, what is Aravalli mountain range? The Aravallis is the oldest fold mountains on earth. It spans over 800 km from Gujarat to Delhi through Rajasthan and Haryana. The highest peak in the Aravalli range is Guru Peak on the Mount Abu. What you are seeing here is the Mount Abu and Guru Peak. The Guru Shikhar is the tallest point in the Aravalli range, rising to an elevation of 1,722 meters. The peak is named the Guru Shikhar or Peak of the Guru after Dattatreya, an incarnation of Vishnu. Impact on climate. The Aravallis have an impact upon the climate of northwest India and beyond. During monsoons, the mountain range gently guides the monsoon clouds eastward towards the Simla and Nainital, thus helping the nature, the sub-Himalayan rivers and feeding the North Indian plains. In the winter months, it protects the fertile alluvial river valleys from the assault of gold westerly winds from Central Asia. The Indian government stated that the export of biofuels from special economic zones, that is SEZs, and export-oriented units will be permitted without any restrictions if the biofuel is produced by using imported feedstock. In 2018, the Indian government has imposed restrictions on the export of biofuels soon after imposing similar conditions on its imports. Next one. What are biofuels? Any hydrocarbon fuel that is produced from an organic matter, that is living or once living material, in a short period of time is considered a biofuel. Biofuels may be solid, liquid or gaseous in nature. Solid are wood, dried plant materials and manure. Liquid are bioethanol and biodiesel. Gaseous is biogas. Next one, see. Categories of biofuels. There are 4 categories of biofuels. Let us see one by one. First generation biofuels. What is first generation biofuels? These are made from food sources such as sugar, starch, vegetable oil or animal fats using conventional technology. Examples include bioalcohols, vegetable oil, bioethers, biogas. Next one, second generation biofuels. These are produced from non-food crops or portions of food crops that are not edible and considered as waste. Example, stems, husk, wood chips and fruit skins and peeling. Examples include cellulose, ethanol, biodiesel. Let us see the third generation biofuels. Third generation biofuels are produced from microorganisms like algae, example butanol. Next one is fourth generation fuels. These fuels are advanced biofuels that are produced using genetically modified, that is algae biomass, and advanced conversion technologies, use of pyrolysis and gasification, etc. Now let us see what are the recent initiatives regarding biofuels. Pradhan Mantri Jaivan Yojana 2019, GOBAR, that is galvanizing organic bio-agro resources, DAN scheme 2018, National Policy on Biofuels 2018. According to India, National Policy on Biofuels, which of the following can be used as raw materials for the production of biofuels? See, first one, cassava, damaged wheat grains, groundnut seeds, horse gram, rotten potatoes, sugar beet. See, these are the options which is given. The answer is A. That is number 1, 2, 5 and 6. Number 1, 2, 5 and 6 are the answers for this question. Now let us see the next one. The Department of Fertilizers conducted an audit which revealed a variation of 25 to 50% in the reduction of nitrogen use after the application of nano urea. The nano fertilizers are highly efficient types of fertilizers that provide nutrients like nitrogen to crops through fine granules. Nitrogen is an essential micronutrient for plant function and urea is one of the most concentrated nitrogenous fertilizer. Next one, nano urea liquid. Nano urea liquid was developed in 2022 by Indian Farmers and Fertilizer Cooperative IFFCO to replace conventional urea and reduce its requirement by 50%. The government has heavily promoted the use of nano fertilizers since its development. Significance of that, which reduces the losses. Nano fertilizers exploit the nanoscale porous domains on plant surfaces to deliver nutrients, improve the effectiveness of nitrogen delivery and reduce losses to the environment. Increase farmers' income. The first significance of this nano fertilizer is reduce losses. Second one is increase farmers' income. So how it is increasing? It is easy on the packet of farmers and will be effective in increasing farmers' income. It will also significantly bring down the cost of logistics and warehousing. A small bottle of 500 milliliters nano urea spray is said to be substitute for a full bag of 45 kilogram urea. 11th one, with the reference to the chemical fertilizers in India, consider the following statements. 2020. At present, the retail price of chemical fertilizers is market driven and not administered by the government. Point number 2. Ammonia, which is an input of urea, is produced from natural gas. Number 3. Sulfur, which is a raw material for phosphoric acid fertilizer, is a byproduct of oil refineries. Which of the statements given above is or correct? Okay, what's the question? With the reference to the chemical fertilizer in India, consider the following state. Among these three, which are correct? Okay, here the answer is B, that is number 2 and 3. What is number 2? Ammonia, which is an input of urea, is produced from natural gas. Sulfur, which is a raw material for phosphoric acid fertilizer, is byproduct of oil refineries. These two statements are correct. Explanation for the above question is, the government of India subsidizes fertilizers to ensure that fertilizers are easily available to farmers and the country remains self-sufficient in agriculture production. The same has been achieved largely by controlling the price of fertilizer and the amount of production. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. Ammonia, NH3, has been synthesized from natural gas. In this process, natural gas molecules are reduced to carbon and hydrogen. The hydrogen is then purified and reacted with an hydrogen to produce ammonia. This synthetic ammonia is used as fertilizer either directly as ammonia or indirectly after synthesis as urea. Ammonium nitrate and monoammonium or diammonium phosphates, and statement 2 is correct. Sulfur is a major byproduct of oil refining and gas processing. Most crude oil grades contain some sulfur, most of which must be removed during the refining process to meet strict sulfur content limits in refined products. This is done through hydro-treating and results in production of HTS gas, which is converted into elemental sulfur. Sulfur can also be mined from underground, naturally occurring deposits, but this is more costly than sourcing from oil and gas and has largely been discontinued. Sulfuric acid is used in the production of both monoammonium phosphate, that is MAP, and diammonium phosphate, DAP. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, the option B is the correct answer. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is Royal Academy, and you can see this on KB at MOUNTZION channel. Thank you. Thank you so much.